Oh, hello there. Greetings, fellow travelers, and welcome to the Chronicles of the Deathbound official YouTube channel. First of all, let me just say thank you for stopping by and taking a little bit of time out of your day to give this budding YouTube channel even the briefest bit of attention. And second of all, allow me to introduce myself. I am your humble dungeon master, Cap. Now, over the last week or so, we have been consistently releasing YouTube videos relating to the musical themes of each of our player characters, as well as many of the gods in the world of Deathbound. And there will be many more to come in the future. But I figured now would probably be a really good time to take an opportunity to just say hi and address everything that I can possibly think of to address. Mind you, this is unscripted, and I am trying to be as genuine about this as humanly possible. Um, this is not a high budget production. The human element matters tremendously, and I'll explain a little bit more of why the human element is so important to me in a moment. But first, before I dive too much deeper into any of that stuff, allow me to explain what is going on here from a literal standpoint. Deathbound is a campaign that I am running as the game master for a group of close friends over Discord that we will be recording, editing, and turning into narratively driven episodes of an ongoing YouTube series. This is our first foray into the tabletop RPG content creator space. And as such, there's a lot of kinks that we're going to have to work out in the system. And we're learning a lot of things kind of on the fly. So we appreciate your patience, as well as welcome critiques, opinions, anything of that sort that helps us grow to be better creators. We value. And we are all big proponents of the idea that constructive criticism is a very healthy thing to both receive and to implement change based off of. And at the end of the day, if you guys aren't enjoying yourselves or could be enjoying yourselves even more, then we want to, to aid in those things. Now, that being said, we are attempting to be as multimedia as humanly possible. Many of the uploads that we have currently are all musically oriented because every character and deity and many of the other elements and aspects of this game will have their own theme songs and things like that, so that you can have kind of a sonic signature for each of the things that exist in this world, a way to turn on a song and get the vibe of somebody. I'm not really sure how else to explain that better. If only I were more linguistically gifted in that way. But we will also be making little videos and music videos and content for all kinds of platforms. Currently on our Patreon, we also have lore drops and rules text and mechanics and things like that. and every aspect of anything that we can do to give you some meat to chew on, that is where we want to go. We want to reach every corner of every aspect of entertainment that we can with this endeavor, to really create a unified multimedia universe that is Deathbound. This initial campaign, the Chronicles of the Deathbound, um, is kind of my magnum opus as a game master, and I'm tremendously excited to venture forward with you guys and see how everyone reacts to and enjoys what we have for you. We are going to be focusing and reliant primarily on crowdfunding, Patreon supporters, um, as we are not particularly wealthy people, and we all have day jobs, um, and we all have lives and families to support. Um, so, with that being said, what does Patreon give you? Why should you bother even making those subscriptions that donate to our cause? Um, there are multiple tiers of Patreon. I'm not going to break down and explain all of them. Like I said, I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants right now in this conversation, anyways. But suffice to say, you will get early access to episodes. You will get access to our quote unquote uncut episodes, although they will not be, completely unedited. It's more of a director's cut, if anything. But it's more of the standard YouTube actual play D&D kind of a vibe, where you will be sitting in on the entire table session, for all the jokes and foils and foibles that come with them. The other thing that you will have access to, as sort of previously touched on, are lore drops, very deeply in depth information about the world, the people, the gods, the cultures, the places that make this world unique and special. The goal being that you can have kind of an inside look into the world that you are, watching us dive into. You kind of get to have the benefit of knowing so much more about the world than our characters will. But also that if one day you decide that you enjoy this world so much, you'll have all the information with which to run your own game within it. There are rules and mechanics drops. There are all manner of things. Eventually, there will be like short form audiobooks, just all manner of fun things. Now, why do we need Patreon? Of course, we're broke. But more importantly, we have to get to what I fear is going to be quite a large elephant in the room for a great deal of you. So, because we are budding and starting so fresh and so new in a world in which there are already so many incredible, high production, high quality creators doing the same or very similar things. Realistically, the only way for us to remain competitive and be able to possibly gain enough attention for this endeavor to actually succeed, for me to live out this dream that I have of being a, able one day to even be noticed by the great DMs of the world, to be able to be a part of this space that so many people I love and admire and look up to are the kings and queens of. We need to have access to a quality of content that none of us are capable of producing on our own. I am a musician and am capable of making some things, but not to the degree that I feel like is worthy of a production, that is worthy of your money, if I'm being blunt. I know artists and have the ability to contact them, but I don't have the ability to support them financially for their work. And all of this is just a very long-winded way of saying that we are beginning this endeavor with a scaffolding of generative artificial intelligence. Much of the art and music that you will be seeing and hearing, much of the editing and kind of compiling of mechanics text and lore content, all are being performed by generative AI. I understand if at this point in the video many of you have immediately said, oh wait, no, fuck you guys. And honestly, I understand completely and support your decision. But if you're willing to hear me out, then please try to understand. This is not meant to sustain us, nor is it meant to be a model that moves us forward. It is quite literally just a platform that allows us to kind of see over the hedgerow of our competition, gain the kind of attention it will take, and have the kind of production that is worthy of your attention. And we are simply trying to give you a product that is the best that we can offer you with the technology that we have access to. Now, for some of you, it won't matter. Just the very idea of the use of AI alone is enough for you to turn off. But for those of you who have not ran screaming for the hills, we are standing very firm on and declaring very publicly and openly that we will never gain profit from anything that is not created entirely by human hands. Every penny of subscription money that we receive from Patreon, any donations that we receive, any kind of funding that we get from anything whatsoever that we do in this space that is not made entirely by human hands only goes towards our goal of removing the scaffolding of AI from our endeavors. Basically, we're just trying to get enough supporters and enough subscriptions and enough content out there to be able to afford to pay an artist and support a real artist, support a real creator, to make the art assets and replace the art assets that we currently have. We are trying to get enough funding to pay songwriters and musicians to create the songs and themes and tracks and background musics and things like that, to replace those things that we are currently going to be using. Any and all of the things that we are doing will simply be in hopes of gathering and gaining enough of an income for us to eliminate the usage of generative AI before a single penny ever touches anyone involved's pocket. That is a promise. That is something that we will stand on, and we will remain willing to be held accountable for at all times. And we will try to be tremendously transparent about these things as often as humanly possible. Okay, well, now that we have covered all of that stuff, I would like to just say that once again, we are so appreciative of your time and attention. Thank you so much for giving us even a little moment of your gaze here. And I hope that if you have any questions or concerns, that you feel welcomed and that you understand that you are free and encouraged to hit the comments or message us directly via any of our social media. We are on almost every single platform. You can look for us via, Deathbound or The Deathbound or The Chronicles of the Deathbound. You will find us. And yeah, I guess that pretty much sums it up. Well, until next time, travelers, I will be looking forward to meeting again, and I really hope that you all enjoy what we bring to the table in the world of dead gods, a dying world, and people who just will not stay